We didn't have college counselors in my school. They were just people that would talk to you about, one person that would talk to you about careers. I went to a school where we had 636 seniors graduating. And if you had time, you kind of got to this person. And she said, what do you want to do with your life? And I had one goal. I just wanted to be on TV. And that's what I told her. I just want to be on TV. Again, not having that mentor, I went to one of my friends and said, hey, where are you going to school? And he said he's going to Virginia Union University. And I said, well, I'm going to Virginia Union University. But now, Virginia Union University was a great school, but they didn't have my major. They didn't have communication. They had business communications, but they didn't have communications. And so I got there. I remember my mother driving me down there to school. It was a proud day for her. We went in there. They didn't have my major, and I began to cry about it. And she said, hold on. Stay here at least 1 year. 1 year, get your basics down, and then you can transfer and move on. One of the best decisions that she told me about in my life, because there I met my wife. I didn't have a lot of money growing up and so forth, and I remember them pulling me into the office and saying that we're going to have to let you go because I didn't have the financial aid available. They didn't have any financial aid available for me at that particular time. I had worked my way up into being an RA because that would gain me money. Right. And so when they called me in and told me that I was going to be kicked out of school for lack of money, I did the only thing I knew how to do. And that was what my mother taught me. When in doubt, when in trouble, get down on your knees and pray. And I went back to my room. And I probably stayed there all day long on my knees, praying to God, please, please help me. I cannot go home. I do not want to fail. I do not want to be a disappointment to my mother. Help me. The next day I got up, went back, the money was there. From that day forward, you couldn't tell me that God isn't real. And finally, a young man said to me, you know, your personality would be great for weather. You should do the weather. I said, maybe I'll give it a shot. And so I told the news director at the time, I want to do the weather. And she looked at me. I said, And so I was determined. I was just determined to do it. And I would stay after the news, after the 11 o'clock news, and I would tell the meteorologist to leave up the graphics on the wall, and I would just get out there. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just doing it, you know. And I began to make tapes, and the tapes stacked up this high, and I gave them to my news director. So finally, the GM of the station goes into her office and says, why you got all those tapes stacked there? Oh, Chesley, he's just trying to do something extra, you know. And so he said, let me see one of those. And then he goes and he takes it and puts it in his office. He looks at the tape. He calls me in. He says, hey, I think you got something. And if you want to go back to school and study it, I'll pay for it. Wow. And so there I am. Here I am. I went back to school and got a degree in meteorology. Went back, got a master's degree, and currently pursuing a PhD. I just wanted to be on TV, y'all. That's all. I just wanted to be on TV. I tell y'all, I'll share y'all my testimony, my somewhat brief life story because of the obstacles that you all are going to face. Now, it is getting tougher every day. Every day it's getting tougher. But I want to give you or leave you with three things I want you to hold on to. My first life lesson to you all would be to define your motivation. Get some passion about whatever it is you want to do. My number two thing to you all would be to be yourself. Be yourself. Stay true to who you are. Nobody can beat you at being you. Nobody. God has made you individually with certain characteristic traits and certain things about you that nobody else has. Now, everybody isn't going to like it. Everybody doesn't like me. I can't imagine why. But here I come, smile and all. All right, last but not least, I want you to dream big. And I mean real big. I want you to dream so big, that the world cannot contain your dreams. Start asking questions. We have a problem with communication at times. We don't want to say nothing to nobody. We just want to keep it all inside. Share with them your uttermost thoughts. They're not going to lead you wrong. That's one of the things I learned when I was young, that people will generally help you if you ask for it. God bless you, boys. Continue to do your best.
There's no amount of money that one can pay for what you just heard from Chesley McNeil. He gave you some wisdom that was free of charge, take advantage of it.